Hello guys and welcome back to GTA 5 from noob to pro. And this is actually episode 4. I mixed up some episodes, so the one episode I published was the part 3, but this is actually part 5. But this is part 4. Anyways, so pretty much starting off here, we did the second heist and we pretty much drove through the area. We didn't have any half tracks, so pretty much used Insurgent with machine gun on and pretty much, took in. We're careful. So I was in there just shooting, and I don't remember who it was, but it was like just driving and making sure no one came behind, just being like in mobility, like mobile. And then we have some other friends in the Karuma who went just and kill guys around, and we're making sure no one else came behind. In case if someone came behind us, they could just take and kill them, because if I turn around, of course all the enemies will take and shoot me. But eventually I took them out. Here you can see just shooting them. Skip up the time because this take actually a while to do, but it's definitely one of the more safest way to do, especially when you have like the 50 cal. And of course we both could have gone in a Karuma, two guys in Karuma, and do that, but it's way easier to blow up cars with a 50 cal than a Uzi. So eventually you can see here we finished up just killing the last guys and everything, and every one of us stay alive. Like I said in the one video, I said like, yeah, we've pretty much tried to do the elite challenge where no one is dying. It's a lot of money. It's like 10 million just for completing that. But yeah, so pretty much that's what we did. So eventually here you see I stole the plane. I was the one who took it because I was the most experienced at flying the plane, and the other guys were just waiting. So we pretty much took the plane, flew it back, and then landing. And you need kind of to be careful, and how can I say, it takes practice makes you a master of flying. So recommend to do that in GTA. Fly a lot of planes and helicopters too, actually. But yeah, so after delivering the plane, then we went up, and of course I was the owner, so I did not get money. So went up and did the second one, and the second was to steal a bus. So it did not really matter that I went in a car without protection here, because I was actually going and stealing the bus. So pretty much here you just go fast, just kill the driver of the bus. Struggle a little bit, but I took him out, and I kind of need to be really fast and get him out. Then the other friends of mine who were helping me, they pretty much took and they need to kill around, take out the helicopter, or I did in this case, but I was way faster than them, so I pretty much did all the job. They were just there for they did nothing, but I need to kind of escape the cops too. That's the problem with those old heists, is just like there's some stuff you can just do alone, but you need more people. Like the plane one, you don't need to be alone. Here you only need to be alone with a bus. But eventually, escape from the cops and deliver the bus. Pretty easy, nothing special going on here. So then I bought some new clothing because it's nice to have, and I call this a raincoat because in case it rained, just for styling. So again, I use some money in GTA to clothing. Don't be afraid to do that, but just don't overspend. You can spend 100,000 like nothing in GTA. So you can see here we start the next mission. And basically how it works, one team is cops and another team is like taking and stealing this getaway vehicle. I mean, my brother took the getaway vehicle because it's like one of the more harder ones, but I have seen techniques where to go, took out those guys, sniped them out. One dude, and then went on that thing to pretty much steal it. So my brother was just waiting there, and I was just sneaking in. So eventually what the other guys doing with the cops, they're just getting cops. They can call 911 or they can shoot and get cops, but of course it's easier to call. So, and they steal some documents, and then they need to destroy the car before, and delivering the documents in the apartment. And what me and my brother did was just stealing this car. So, and pretty much the trick on this part is just drive as fast as you can. It doesn't matter if he's like in another vehicle or the same vehicle, but the thing is you just need to drive fast, because the problem is if you shoot, you get cops after you, and that's not fun, especially when trying to escape. And then to be able to deliver the vehicle, you kind of need to take and lose the cops. So here the best way is just just hold your head down. Don't hold too long down, because what happens when you hold it too long down, it's going to make you hard. It's going to be harder to drive, or your steering's going to be worse. So you see here, I got the cops. I did shoot some guys. You can see like insane driving I got there, but it was just escape. You're like regular GTA driving. Eventually delivered the vehicle, and those other friends that did deliver their documents, and the mission was done. And then we had the last one. This is a little bit tricky one. People get confused, especially when they don't have played GTA. But pretty much you have like two guys. So like one guys are like, or two guys are going and killing those two guys' briefcases. You don't get auto aim on them, like we did here. And the other team is going to kill, assassinate the other one and make sure he doesn't escape. So eventually we just time this out and then kill those guys at the same time. But the thing in this way we're doing here, we parked the Kuruma really close and just went to get the documents. So since I had a lot of experience on this one, my friend was just taking a briefcase, and you can see here what I did. I parked close so I can just go out and go in immediately. We failed once, and the reason for that, he went too close and then I think the door went off. But also they lost. We didn't die, but they lost. They lost due to the other team. They lost like the dude they were trying to assassinate. But eventually they took and killed him, and we went here in with our documents. So then we completed the last setup, and then was the heist itself. So I took of course, my trusted brother. He took and flew the helicopter because I knew he was the best to fly. And of course, someone who has more experience than someone without is less chance of failing. So eventually I had another one that was higher in level to take the weapons. He dropped me a carbine rifle and some ammunition because I only get an automatic pistol, and that is not enough in a fight, and it's definitely for range. So I got the rifle, he had his guns, and eventually went in. I don't think we failed a single time, or we did something, I don't remember. But eventually we started up just there shooting. The other one we had a plane. And was just staring. It's really easy, you know. Here you see two of us just here shooting cops, make sure you're eating snacks to not get killed, and so on, and killing, progressing and stuff. And the other, like my brother was flying helicopter buzzard. He of course destroyed a bus, the boring part, and then he steals a buzzard from Meriwether. And the last dude is like taking this plane and flying close to Sandy Shore, and then he gets chased by a jet. For some reason, I don't know why, but is GTA a way for you making to do something instead of just sit there and wait? I guess that's why. So eventually we're here, you know, shooting, making sure to eat snacks, and got the vehicle. And apparently this time he actually did not. Venom was destroyed. So eventually he crashed or something. So we need to restart. So pretty much the same thing you can see here. I think that was the time the mission failed, like the elite challenge, and it did not work. So you can see here I hide accidentally behind that vehicle and died. So we just restarted. Did not want to restart the whole heist. So eventually just took an escape with a plane. Usually stuff. It's pretty boring. It's horrible to do with random people. And don't do that. You need to find people who can communicate and do this last part, because doing with random people, so much can go wrong. So you can see here, they total earned 200,000, sharing on 4 people. You know, it's not great at money at all. So yeah, and of course I took and transfer money, like the 100,000 bonus first time. But again, because the same account, you have the same account, you can't do that. So here you can see with my money, I actually went and bought my first package, or like a warehouse, like special cargo. And the reason for that is because this is literally the fastest way you can get money before the Cairo Rico. This is before Cairo Rico, I want to mention here. But yeah, this was actually the best way to earn money too. And the fastest, probably one of the more boring one, but that's definitely the fastest one. But you can see here, I started my first mission, and I was pretty familiar with this one. I know where they are, and I know they're cops. So before I go in the vehicle, I call Lester and stuff, and then I got the package. And you can see here, I did multiple trips and did that. That was pretty much after the heist I did, and just did that. But then I was lacking money because I bought it, so I took and started Headhunt. And Headhunt is horrible if you don't have a buzzard, and if you don't have an armored vehicle like a Ruma or the Visited I think it calls, like something armor. You're pretty much screwed, because those guys had like insane aim. It's unbelievable how accurate they are. They can look one direction and then shoot behind them and hit you in the head for some reason. Then you can see I did more missions, and then I started another one because I needed to have a cooldown. So I did Sightseer, and I got a helicopter. I just took and stole, because that's the fastest way to go around instead of driving cars. So you can see here I did just coding, hacking. Went back to the helicopter, and then do have some simple hacks. Someone it's harder, and just collect them. They can be fast if they're close, but it depends also where you are. And then I got the worst one in the end, but eventually got that one. It wasn't too bad, around 6 minutes, and that's pretty fast. And around when it came to the headhunt, it takes also around 5 minutes. Then after I did that, I had a friend that actually needed to help with selling, and then we eventually took and helped them. And thankfully we did not get the post-op vans. That will definitely take like 15 minutes to do that. We completed it pretty much. And here I went in the pimp shop and took and just upgraded my vehicle just to have a little bit nice color. Took the more cheaper color just to have style, because black is just boring. So just a little bit more style. Then I helped out selling, because this is like 30,000 each time you help someone. And then just a lot of money, and then pretty selling. So I would definitely recommend when you're like low level, helping out your friends selling or someone sell, because 30 bucks it is some money than like nothing. So definitely the best way than doing contact missions and stuff. So yeah, and then here I was just flying off because my helicopter was smoking, and I was waiting for my friends to deliver. Since I did deliver, I was faster than to the place to deliver the vehicle. I was just waiting out there pretty much. So you can see here, so I did a lot of stuff, did complete the heist, did like start my business and stuff, and you can see I was struggling a little bit with money, so I did like headhunt and sightseer. Sightseer is probably the best one if you don't have an armored vehicle or like a weaponized vehicle, something, because they shoot you like nothing. Those guys, they're insane with a headhunt. But if you have no issue, you can take headhunt, really easy to do in 22,000 easy. And yeah, pretty much. So yeah, and then of course I help out my friends, because that is money. Helping like with 4 missions, that's like 30 times 4, that is like over 100,000. So there's like more packages, definitely 18. Yeah, there's some more packages you can do and get more money. So yeah, pretty much. So yeah, and then the next video is also out already. So yeah, but thank you for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Bye, and don't forget to share, subscribe, and like.